In Bakhmut, a wounded soldier lay in a trench, hit by an RPG. His comrade, an Azov regiment sniper, tracked the enemy for hours, watching, waiting. The Russian eventually returned to his position, preparing to reload his launcher. When the moment came, the sniper fired. The Russian fell mid-reload. Later, the sniper returned to his wounded friend, showed him drone footage of the engagement, and said simply, "He's done. I took revenge for you."
In Bakhmut, my comrade was wounded by a Russian. I tracked him down and hit him just when he was shooting with an RPG. Then I went to my wounded friend, showed him the video and said, "He's done. I took revenge for you."
This is the story of one of Ukraine's most skilled marksmen. The Special Operations Forces call him among the best snipers in the world. His call sign remains classified, but his reputation has become impossible to ignore. We've all seen footage of modern warfare. Artillery barrages, drone strikes, mechanized assaults. But some of the war's most decisive moments happen in silence, when a finger tightens on a trigger over 1,500 meters away, when entire enemy units become paralyzed by an invisible threat. Today, we examine what creates an elite sniper, the weapons they carry, the years of training required, and what happens when these operators go to work. Snipers are the elite of any army. Becoming one requires years of training and tens of thousands of dollars invested in each operator. This isn't learned in months. It's a complete transformation.
This is the gear I use on my missions. Body armor with plates and pouches, a standard M4A1 rifle, a helmet with an active noise reduction and a night vision device. Our ghillie suits are lightweight and compact. My primary weapon is a Barrett M Red sniper rifle in .338 caliber with an Austrian Kalles scope. We also use a Victronics Castrol weather system with applied ballistics. Additionally, we use a belt. We carry a handgun, a first aid kit, and 4 tourniquets.
He's been at war for years already, through Mariupol, through Bakhmut, where every street could hide death. Azov sniper teams earned designations like Ghost of Bakhmut, through documented results that enemy forces came to fear. But shooting accurately is only 10% of the work. The real job is everything else. Finding the position, setting it up undetected, approaching through enemy territory, making the shot under pressure, then retreating without being killed by counter-sniper teams or artillery. This sniper's unit follows strict protocols. They never operate alone. The first priority is saving your teammate, then your own safety, then the weapon. You can get another rifle. You cannot replace a skilled operator with years of experience.
Our rule is to always prioritize saving people. We can get a rifle later, but the people come first.
They require video confirmation for every engagement. No video, the shot doesn't count. They learn more from missing than hitting. Each failure gets analyzed. What was the wind calculation? Did the target move? Was range estimation off? Every miss teaches something.
If there's no video proof, it means you didn't hit the target. We don't learn much from hitting, we learn from missing.
There's also a powerful psychological element. When this operator's unit arrives, where enemy snipers have killed friendly infantry, the impact is immediate. Demoralized soldiers watch professionals eliminate threats methodically. Suddenly, someone can fight back. Morale shifts dramatically. Intercepted enemy communications reveal the fear. Keep your heads down. There's a sniper. When opposing forces know elite operators are active, movement stops, operations get delayed. A single skilled sniper in the right position can halt advances without firing dozens of shots.
Sometimes we could harass the enemy's positions to the point where they were afraid to go there. We heard an intercept. "Keep your heads down, there's a sniper."
His primary weapon is a Barrett MRAD in .338 Lapua Magnum, fitted with an Austrian Kalles optic. The unit also uses Italian Victrix rifles, Canadian Cadex systems, British Accuracy International platforms, and a Ukrainian UR-10 in service since 2016. According to this operator, the best military rifles are Barrett and Accuracy International. There's beauty in simplicity. The Barrett is rugged, durable, waterproof, and multi-caliber. You can unscrew 2 bolts, swap the barrel for a different caliber, and the aim point remains the same. The entire conversion takes just 3 minutes. When mission requirements suddenly change deep in hostile territory, that flexibility becomes invaluable.
And the Barrett AMRAD rifle embodies simplicity. It is rugged, durable, waterproof, and multi-caliber.
The UR-10 excels in urban warfare. During hostile operations, one team member with a UR-10 took 10 shots, while operators with heavier rifles managed 3. The shorter barrel and lighter weight allowed rapid fire, quick reloading, and immediate follow-ups.
The UR-10 is a very high-quality Ukrainian rifle that we've been using since 2016. I like this weapon, and it's a great choice for urban warfare.
For extreme long-range work, there's the Snipex Alligator. At nearly 30 kilograms, 66 pounds, this anti-materiel rifle chambered in 14.5 by 114 millimeter isn't designed for quick movement. You don't sprint with this weapon, you plan, position, and execute. The Alligator stretches nearly 2 meters long. It's equipped with muzzle brake, front bipod, rear monopod, shoulder and cheek rests, all to manage massive recoil from rounds designed for heavy machine guns. The bolt action mechanism helps reduce recoil and prevents the scope from slamming into the shooter's face. Primary targets aren't infantry. We're discussing armored personnel carriers like the Russian BTR, transport trucks, radar installations, parked aircraft, even helicopters beyond a kilometer. The 14.5 millimeter caliber provides armor penetration that stops standard sniper rounds completely. When used against unarmored human targets, results are catastrophic and immediate. Effective range, 1.25 miles. Ukrainian snipers have documented kills at 1.68 miles, second longest confirmed kill in military history. These extreme shots require calculations most people never consider. Standard mission gear includes body armor with plates, helmet with night vision, and active noise reduction, lightweight ghillie suits. Primary weapon, Barrett M-RAD. Backup, M4A1 for close defense. Sidearm with 4 tourniquets and first aid kit. The war remains intense and enemy forces can close distance rapidly.
The war is currently very intense, and the enemy can attack at any time, jump into a trench, or get up close. Heavy rifles would be inconvenient in such situations.
Electronics are critical. Kestrel weather systems with applied ballistics provide real-time data. Rangefinders measure distances. Thermal imagers identify targets through darkness. But these tools create new dangers. Modern armored vehicles detect rangefinder lasers. One sniper measured distance to a tank. The sensors detected it, rotated the gun, and fired. The sniper died. This unit now follows a strict rule: never measure distance to armored vehicles.
Once a sniper measured the distance to a tank using a rangefinder. Modern tanks are equipped with systems that can detect rangefinders, causing them to immediately rotate their guns and fire. This is how the snipers died.
At extreme distances, wind deflects bullets several feet. Gravity causes significant drop over a mile. At ranges exceeding 1,500 meters, even Earth's rotation matters. The Coriolis effect pushes bullets slightly right in the northern hemisphere. Elite snipers often work in pairs. The shooter focuses while the spotter handles calculations. Distance, wind, elevation, temperature. The spotter also watches for threats. However, Ukrainian snipers have adapted by using drones as virtual spotters, providing overhead perspective and real-time tracking. Movies often depict snipers lying motionless in ghillie suits for days, waiting for a single perfect shot to the head. The reality differs significantly from Hollywood's version. According to this operator, his unit shoots from prone positions only about 10% of the time. Why? Because the grass is tall. Vegetation blocks critical sight lines. Ground-level positions severely limit visibility and restrict escape routes when things go wrong. Instead, they shoot standing approximately 80% of the time, with another 10% sitting. This seems counterintuitive until you understand the equipment. Modern carbon fiber tripods make this possible. They carry 2 tripods into position, set up the weapon, clamp it down securely, and can maintain that stable shooting platform through an entire night if necessary. The rifle weighs 10 kilograms, but the tripod system completely removes strain from the shooter's body and provides stability equal to or often better than prone shooting positions.
But we use modern carbon fiber tripods. We take 2 of them, set up the weapon, clamp it down, and can stand like that all night.
Position selection follows specific priorities that determine whether you live or die. The ideal position must allow you to eat and drink during extended operations. It must allow you to relieve yourself without compromising your position. You need to be able to crawl away when nature calls. And critically, it must allow you to retreat undetected when the mission is complete or when you've been compromised. If your position requires you to remain completely motionless for 10 hours straight, unable to adjust or move at all, it's not a good position, it's a death trap.
The position must be set up allowing you to eat, drink, retreat, and approach unnoticed. The position should be suitable for both shooting and basic comfort. You have to be able to crawl away to relieve yourself.
The perfect sniper position is a high-rise building with other structures nearby. You're inside, protected from artillery that would obliterate an open position. Surrounding buildings provide multiple movement routes and escape options. You can shift between rooms or even between buildings without exposing yourself. Artillery becomes significantly less intimidating when you have overhead cover and the ability to move laterally. In open terrain, a single artillery strike can kill you. In urban terrain, you have options.
You're inside the building with other structures around. This provides room to move, and artillery isn't as intimidating.
When selecting targets, professionals always aim where success probability is highest. If you have a clear view of center mass at 500 meters, you aim there. The target's torso presents the largest surface area. If a person is visible at full length at that distance, shooting at the head makes no tactical sense. The probability of hitting decreases dramatically for marginal gain. Center mass equals highest hit probability. Basic professional calculation.
A sniper aims where they can maximize their chances of success. If you have a clear view of the center mass, it's better to aim there. For instance, if a man is visible at 500 meters in full length, I won't aim at the head. I'll shoot at the center, where the probability of hitting is the highest.
There are telltale signs that reveal when a sniper has performed poorly. If you arrive at a position and mortar fire immediately begins targeting your location, your camouflage and approach failed. If you can see the enemy clearly through your scope, assume they can see you equally well. The most critical factor isn't even concealment from the enemy, it's operational security regarding friendly forces.
Snipers have their own telltale signs. For instance, if you arrive at the position and a mortar is firing upon you, you have done a poor job with the disguise.
Communication security determines survival. If friendly infantry mentions over radio that snipers have arrived at a position, two scenarios become likely. Either enemy artillery immediately begins targeting that location based on intercepted communications, or all opposing forces disappear into cover and hiding, waiting for the snipers to leave. Neither scenario helps accomplish the mission. Professional sniper teams coordinate their arrival and positioning without broadcasting their presence to anyone who might be monitoring radio frequencies.
However, the most crucial thing is to communicate with the infantry so that they don't mention on the radio that snipers have arrived. As if they do, when we move to our positions, there are two likely scenarios. Either we're immediately targeted by artillery fire, or everyone goes into hiding, leaving no one.
Early in the full-scale invasion, his unit conducted operations near Hostomel and Kyiv. They set up an ambush in prepared positions with clear fields of fire overlooking likely enemy approach routes. What followed became one of the unit's most intense and memorable engagements. The battle was so fierce, so continuous, that they didn't count targets during the actual action. There was no time for tallies or records. They simply kept firing, one target after another. Reload, acquire, fire, repeat. Only afterward, when the shooting finally stopped and they could review drone footage and analyze the engagement properly, did they confirm results. More than 20 enemy combatants eliminated in a single engagement.
We shot more than 20 orcs then. We didn't even count. The battle was so intense. Only afterward did we analyze and confirm. I shot this one's mine.
The most memorable shot from that entire operation came at just 130 meters. Think about that for a moment. Using a heavy precision rifle specifically designed for targets well over a kilometer away, he took a shot at barely over 100 meters. It felt, as the operator later described it, like a scene straight from movies. You aim at such close range with such a powerful weapon. You squeeze the trigger. The target drops instantly, immediate, final. Almost surreal in its simplicity compared to the complex calculations required for long-range work.
I once made a shot at a distance of 1,595 meters, although it took me 3 attempts to get it right. But my most memorable shot was during an ambush in Hostomel. The distance was just about 130 meters, and I never expected to use such a heavy rifle at such a short distance. It felt like a scene from the movies. You aim and you hit. There were so many enemies that we just kept firing and firing and firing.
But what made it truly memorable wasn't the technical aspect, it was the sheer number of targets. There were so many enemy combatants in that engagement that they just kept firing and firing and firing. The intensity of that close-range urban ambush with heavy precision rifles stayed with the unit long after, not because of the number itself, but because everything about the scenario violated typical sniper doctrine, yet they adapted to circumstances and executed effectively. During later operations in Bakhmut, a different type of mission emerged that demonstrated the broader value of elite sniper teams. A friendly infantry unit reported one of their soldiers killed by enemy sniper fire. The surviving troops were demoralized, angry, paralyzed by fear of an invisible threat they couldn't locate or engage. Some were refusing to move from cover at all. This is where specialized counter-sniper units proved their value far beyond simple target elimination. The operators team arrived at the position, examined the casualty location and wound patterns to determine firing angles, identified likely enemy firing positions based on terrain and sightlines, and began systematic counter-sniper operations. After methodically eliminating the threat and showing the shell-shocked infantry that someone possessed the skill to fight back effectively against this invisible enemy, morale shifted dramatically and immediately. Men who had been paralyzed by fear began operating again. The psychological impact of professional counter-sniper work extends far beyond the tactical value of removing one enemy shooter.
Our presence has a psychological effect on both the enemy and our infantry. We've had cases when we arrived at a position where an enemy sniper had killed one of our soldiers. The guys were really depressed and angry, hardly talking. But when we arrived, shot the orcs, and showed them that someone could stand up for the infantry, the soldiers were immediately uplifted morale-wise.
When asked about his longest confirmed kill, this operator mentions a shot at 1,595 meters, just under a full mile, but he's completely honest about the details, which separates real professionals from those who inflate their capabilities. It took 3 attempts before he finally connected with the target. This honesty is critical. Any sniper who claims they can make immediate hits at 1,600 or 1,900 meters without multiple attempts is either lying outright or got extraordinarily lucky under perfect conditions. True professionals don't make grandiose claims up front. They understand the immense number of variables involved at extreme range. They know that luck plays a role no matter how skilled you are.
When a sniper claims right from the start that they can hit at 1,600 meters or 1,900 meters, it's clear this person is not a professional. A true professional wouldn't make such claims up front.
The first shot missed. Perhaps an environmental calculation error. Perhaps target movement at the worst possible moment. Perhaps simply the chaos and unpredictability inherent in long-distance shooting. Adjust the calculations. Recalculate wind and elevation. Second attempt. Another miss. Adjust again, learning from what the first 2 shots revealed. Third attempt. Connection. Confirmed via drone footage showing the target down. That's what real long-range sniping looks like. Patience. Careful adjustment between attempts. Multiple shots if the tactical situation permits, and the target hasn't gone to ground. Learning from each miss to refine and improve the next shot. This is precisely why video confirmation matters so much to professional units. You learn far more from your misses than from your hits. Each failure teaches something valuable about wind reading, range estimation, or target behavior patterns. For soldiers in sectors where elite snipers operate, every movement becomes a life or death calculation. Crossing open ground transforms from routine to potentially fatal. Do you run or crawl? Either choice might be wrong. Intercepted communications reveal that fear plainly. Don't go to that position. Someone's watching it. Operations get postponed indefinitely. Sometimes a single confirmed sniper halts activities across hundreds of meters. Not from massive casualties, but from uncertainty, the invisible threat. Before the conflict escalated, Ukrainian operators studied Russian sniper programs. The assessment was clear. Russia maintains high sniping expertise. Their competitive shooters use Western equipment, American scopes, match-grade ammunition, precision barrels. The capabilities exist. However, something shifted. Recent competitions show dramatically fewer participants. Elite operators redirected to combat zones, training pipelines disrupted. As this operator notes, something must have happened.
We have been following Russian snipers in their competitions even before the full-scale invasion. In Russia, the level of sniping expertise is quite high, and they use only Western equipment, American scopes, bullets, and barrels. But for some reason, there were fewer snipers at the last competition.
This warfare cuts both ways. Elite snipers know they're priority targets. Counter-sniper teams hunt them with thermal imaging. Artillery strikes target suspected positions. The hunters become hunted. When a position is discovered, the response is overwhelming. Artillery barrages, airstrikes, infantry assault from multiple directions. Everything converges because eliminating one skilled sniper restores movement and morale across wide operational areas. Sometimes his unit could harass enemy positions so effectively that opposing forces became afraid to go there at all. Intercepted communications. Keep your heads down, there's a sniper. The mere presence, even without constant shooting, suppressed enemy activity. This operator believes Ukrainian snipers are the best in the world. His reasoning, there hasn't been warfare like this since World War II. The scale, intensity, and technical complexity create a crucible no peacetime program could replicate.
There hasn't been a war like this since World War II, and we have many professionals who can shoot with precision and hit their targets.
Professional snipers emerge from real combat, not ranges. Many Ukrainian operators have years of continuous active operations. They've made shots under actual combat stress, learned from failures that nearly killed them, adapted to countermeasures in real time, and survived situations that should have been fatal. This experience cannot be taught in courses. You can teach marksmanship, ballistics, fieldcraft, but you cannot teach the mental processing when you're in position, cold, exhausted, and enemy forces search for you with thermal imagers while you wait for a target who may never appear. That only comes through repetition, under life or death pressure. This operator addresses the enemy directly. We will find all of you, and we will make you pay.
To our enemies, I can only say we will find all of you, and we will make you pay.
These aren't empty words. They represent the mindset required for work that involves ending lives from distances where you see faces through magnified optics. The Bakhmut revenge story illustrates this. His wounded comrade, the RPG shooter, hours of tracking. The final shot, returning with footage. He's done. I took revenge for you. Elite snipers carry this weight differently than other combatants. Infantry fights at ranges where chaos reduces enemies to immediate threats. Snipers watch, wait, study movements, make a calculated decision, then watch the aftermath. He's been at war for years. What happens when these specialists return to civilian life? History shows that transition can be as challenging as combat itself. Veterans from past conflicts carried weight silently for decades. German MG 42 gunners from D-Day eventually found paths to process their experiences. Heinrich Savo met David Silva, an American he'd wounded. Two men who tried to kill each other sat together. Neither could have imagined that in 1944. Will today's snipers find similar paths? For now, the work continues. Somewhere on the front lines, an Azov sniper is in position. The Barrett set on its tripod. The Kestrel reads wind. The drone provides reconnaissance. He controls his breathing, watches through the scope, calculates, waits for the moment when all variables align. This is elite sniper operations, professional work conducted with technical precision and mental discipline most cannot comprehend. The Special Operations Forces call this operator one of the best snipers in Ukraine, therefore one of the best in the world. Not through propaganda, but documented results, years of operations, hundreds of engagements, constant refinement. His message to the enemy is clear. His commitment, absolute. His skills, proven. His discipline, evident. And somewhere right now, he's watching through a scope, calculating, waiting, ready. That's how elite snipers work. That's why they remain among the most effective and feared forces on any battlefield. The war continues. The snipers continue. And the weight grows with each trigger pull, each face never forgotten. This is the reality behind the reputation, the human cost behind the technical skill, the weight behind the weapon.